So this week imekuwa dark sana for us Kenyans, and it's sort of like a warning shot for all of us. Tumeona innocent lives zikipotea in just a few days juu ya hizi political movements. People are dying while leaders wanna chase those photo ops, those photo tu za kuonyesha maendeleo. It's easy accident anymore. It's a scary pattern. As we head to 2027, body count inazidi kupanda. And here's the truth hakuna msee anadai kusema. Well, let's start na hii story ya Kapsabet School for the Deaf. Hapa ndo inaumiza the most. Because jana Ruto alikuwa on a tour uko Nandi County, and 11 students already vulnerable because these are deaf kids, but juu wameona prezo wako around the area, juu prezo wako block, wakapanda juu ya septic tank cover just to see the president and his convoy. Suddenly, slab ilivunjika and the kids fell inside. So as of this morning, one pupil died. So alidedi jana upon reaching hospital, while the 10 others are still in bad shape. It's sad to see, man. So Prezo alitoa like 5 million Kenya shillings for repairs hapo hapo, which is good. But the question is, mbona shule zetu ni death traps? And in my opinion, I'd just say it boils down to like these schools are severely underfunded. Ukifuatilia stories za capitation, you'll get to learn that these schools hawana do. And when they get funds from Gava, they sort of prioritize vitu zenye ni necessities. Necessities for the kids, necessities for the teachers, stuff like that. So vitu kama septic tank haziangaliwi, maintenance haiangaliwi. So that's why when the kids stand on top, inaanguka. And I don't know if you know what a septic tank is. This is where the poop goes, sewage drains to. It's unhygienic, and for kids kuanguka huko ndani, it's really a sad affair. So Prezo alitoa 5 million, but ase wangepatia 5 million before, hao tu hata wangesimama kwa hiyo septic tank and nothing would have happened because it's properly maintained or it's sturdy enough. Why do we wait for a child to die before tuchunge this broken infrastructure? But far from that, so like 3 days before that, disaster ingine ili happen, Kisumu Busia highway. So convoy ya Eden Duale, CSO Health, zilikuwa zinarudi from a Thanksgiving ceremony. Place fulani inaitwa Otonglo, and excuse me, it's a sad story, but this news just cracks me up. So the security chase car iligonga matatu na tuktuk uko Otonglo. So sadly 3 people died instantly, including a young girl, mwenye ironically ni a KMTC graduate who alikuwa ameanza tu life yake. So CS alipromise clear all the medical bills, saying that all patients basically belong to him. But bills haziwezi rudisha the lives of the people who died. And also just looking at the fact that CSW Health gari yake inagonga like a KMTC student. Basically, nikaa tu kusema CS aliua like his part of his workforce, which is very odd. Just goes to show like I don't know, we live in a very weird country. But basically culture ya reckless speeding wakati like this V8 zao zinapita like really fast na leaders wanajiona above the law, well mwananchi ndo anakufa kwa rodi. And I don't know if you remember, kulikuwa na story pia ingine ya last year I believe, some guy in Gong Road, like a white guy, a UK resident if I'm not wrong. I'll put that story up on screen. But basically like alichotwa na convoy ya none other than Ruto, and I believe he died. I'll put up the story I can't confirm right now, but I'll put that story up on screen. Sad state of affairs, but it's crazy because this situation yote it's gonna get worse tukielekea like 2027. First, kuna convoy mania. Like hii convoy mania imeanza already. So every CS, every MP, every MCA, boss, hadi I don't know, chief, like everyone anataka kuonekana on the ground like ana campaign. Second, public infrastructure yetu inakamuliwa na inaanguka. Shule hazina safety. Even our roads themselves don't have safety. So leaders wakikam na chaos za yenye wanakujanga nazo. I don't know if you've ever seen like at a convoy ya preso. It's crazy. And vitu ka hizi zikihappen, situation ka hizi za wase kuchotwa, accidents. Also, like leaders wetu wanapenda optics za huge crowds and they encourage like wase wajaze magrao, people wajaze rodi bila proper control. It's crazy because we imagine like wase wamejazana, what if a stampede ensues? Mass casualties zitafollow. I don't know. Hakuna accountability at all huku Kenya. And if no one gets fired for this recklessness yenye tuna witness, awase wataendelea kutukanyaga. But we can't talk about the deaths at rallies without looking at how the state is actually handling the opposition. Hapa ndo tunasema serikali pia inacheza like a very dangerous game. We saw what happened in the Kitengela and Kakamega rallies za kina Sifuna and his team. Isi story ya wase like kugongwa na magari or something, but in this case it was cops actually wao wenye ndo walikuwa wanaleta the violence. And in Kitengela, tension was really high. There was a huge crowd. If you didn't get to see like the huge crowd that was present at the rally, I'll just put the video here. You get to see it was a huge crowd. And in the middle of Sifuna's speech or something, like cops walitupa like tear gas canister straight to the stage na ndani ya crowd. So you can imagine the chaos. So thousands of people running for their lives in such a small space. And kwa hiyo chaos yote, like a guy, someone who's basically my age, a 28-year-old man was shot dead. And familia yake inasema alikuwa na run two errands yake, like akitafuta spare parts, but he got caught in the crossfire. And my question here is, mbona polisi watumie like live bullets na tear gas, kwa peaceful assembly? It's just recklessness ya hali ya juu, because when you lob tear gas in a packed crowd, you are literally inviting mass casualties. So days later, same script ikajirudia uko Kakamega. So tear gas kila mahali, wasee kukanyagana, and another life was reportedly lost. Sasa hapa ndo mambo inakuwa weird because Murkomen came out claiming that these politicians kina Sifuna are stage managing this chaos ndo wapate sympathy. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. So how does like a politician, I know some guys can do it, but Sifuna, I don't know. Give us a break, man. Murkomen is basically blaming the victims, while it's clearly the police who are being sent to harass the leaders and their supporters. When the government uses the police as subtle weapons to stop political meetings, they are playing with fire. It's not just about politics anymore. It's about the safety of every Kenyan who attends the meetings. And itabia serikali kutuma cops kuvuruga meetings is just a recipe for disaster. Tunaangalia potentially a mass casualties. If a stampede happens because of tear gas, people can die in seconds. And the worst part is ni gava yenyewe ndo ina perpetrate e-violence instead of protecting citizens. Gava basically inatumia like state machinery to silence dissent. Murkomen na team yake wanapaswa kujua like maisha ya Kenya si kitu ya kuchezea juu ya siasa. You can't claim to bring order while you're the one who's creating chaos. But move from that. So whether una support gava ama opposition, they should really scare you. So polisi wakianza kutumika kama political hitmen, hakuna mse ako safe. So I want to know like what are your what's your take on Murkomen's comments? Ulikuwa unafikiria ana reach ama, but anyway, hii reality political visibility should not cost human lives. That's what I want to end with. Huwezi claim unaleta maendeleo huku unazika your own people. We are 18 months away from the election and warning signs diary ziko on red. We must call out this VIP entitlement. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about these tragedies? Karibia kugongwa na hizi government cars? Drop a comment hapo chini and share a story. Let's keep the pressure for safety. Peace.